Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. So today I just want to talk about how the debt freedom journey does not mean free from potentially accumulating debt. I know that's a mouthful, but basically if you're on a debt freedom journey, it does not mean that you're exempt from opportunities that will actually allow you to accumulate debt. So my experience with that, so I've spoken about cell phone contracts and how I started getting a cell phone contract. Initially it was because I heard of this great thing where every 2 years you get a new phone. So it was really interesting to me, and it's something that I thought, wow, okay, let me go for this. And then so it went on for a while where every 2 years I was upgrading until there came a point, I think it was a Nokia E57. I loved that phone. So at that point I thought, you know what, I really love this phone. I think it's time I stopped this contract business. It was a good phone, it was strong, and I loved the features. So I thought, okay, maybe it's time I get away from the cell phone contract thing. But lo and behold, it was my brother's 21st birthday. We at a park, we have our due, so we had like a celebration for him. And as we're leaving the park, right? As we're leaving the park, it's getting dark. So we're walking in a group, and then all of a sudden, we were mugged. So I think it was 10 of us. So they got all of our cell phones, so that cell phone was gone. Somehow my iPad survived that nonetheless, but most of our phones were taken. And just like that, the phone that I thought, okay, this is the phone that I actually really want to keep, is now gone. So and it was actually, I think, a month or two before I was gonna cancel it, so before it reached the 24-month period. So that actually is an opportunity for me to now go back and say, okay, let me sign up for a new contract again. But I actually didn't sign up for a contract. I thought, okay, let me keep to my word. And then instead I had some cash coming in, so I then bought a Blackberries at 10. I bought that phone cash. So then I thought, okay, perfect. This is also a good phone. The features are great, so I don't have to go for a cell phone contract. Sharp. Then, all right, that phone was good to me as well. And then again, lo and behold, I'm going to an interview in Hyde Park. So I think it's before I got my job at PSG. Well, I was obviously in the job market, attending interviews and so forth. So guy asked for help, and somehow my phone was gone. Like I say, it was gone. He didn't have to point a gun at me or anything. He didn't have to fight me, but my phone was gone. In a moment, it was gone. Tried to call it and whatever. Went to the interview after my phone was stolen, and of course it didn't go well because I wasn't in the right state of mind. I was actually writing an assessment for that job. So after that, I think for a while I used a Samsung tablet, which I was actually using for school. So I'd use it as a phone, as my textbook place, as my research thing. So so for some time I was like, let me hold on. I did that, and then at some point, like, I couldn't anymore because I'm carrying this big thing. Every time I have to answer calls, I have to use headphones. I couldn't go without a bag if maybe I wanted to put my phone in the pocket. So went back to the cell phone contract. So again, that opportunity presented itself and I took it. So this time I got I got the iPhone 6s, I think this time. Got the 6s, and not too long after I got it, fell into water, but I was able to sort it out, and it was fine working for some time. And then once that contract reached 24 months, I actually then upgraded to a 6s Plus. So now we were far in. I think we're already on 7. But I was like, you know what? I'll still stick to a 6s. iPhone is an iPhone is an iPhone. Fine. Got that, and then that was also a good phone to me. I thought after this contract, I'm stepping out of this contract and no more contracts for me. Before that contract came to an end, it was also like close to the end of that contract, or it actually had reached the end. I just hadn't decided yet what I'm gonna do with the contract. Am I gonna get a new phone, or am I actually just gonna either get a data plan or like a SIM only plan where you get airtime and data only, or I'm just gonna cancel it completely. So I had not decided on that. Now this is now 2019 July. 2019 July, I go to the 702 Walk the Talk. So 702 Walk the Talk, here I am thinking this phone, it's it. I am not changing phones now. Now I think I had decided, but then I still wasn't sure if closing the contract itself, or actually getting a SIM plan where I know that I'll get data. Walk the talk, carrying my bag. We with the baby for the first time at the Walk the Talk, and my bag was sliced open and my phone gone. And only noticed way later when someone was like, girl, your bag is sliced. Is that how it is? Because there are people around you who steal phones. And I remember mentioning it to my husband before we started that I need to keep my bag in front while we're still standing. But I didn't think of the fact that while we're walking, there might be a place where there's an opportunity for someone to steal. I think it just slipped my mind. And also, the reason I generally would carry a phone while walking or running is to track my steps, obviously. So, nonetheless, it was taken, and yeah, again, it was, okay, what do I do now? Do I go into debt again with the cell phone contract, or do I keep to my word and say this was the last? Luckily, I had bought a Mobicel phone. I was actually using it for my weekend jobs because I needed an Android phone. So decided there and then, I think after some time, I was like, you know what? Let me be at peace. I decided I'll keep the Mobicel phone and use that for some time while I figure out things, and then I'll just get a SIM only plan, which is like $199. So I know I get data, I get minutes, and I get SMS as well. We don't use SMS as much, but nonetheless, that's what I get. So that opportunity arose again, and this time around, I was like, you know what? Let me keep to my word, because I am on a debt freedom journey now. I can't keep changing. I can't keep letting this opportunity come by and always taking it. So that was the cell phone thing. Then in August, so remember now, I'm at a new job. I am studying. So I am traveling from Rosebank to Bedfordview once a week, because I was just finishing off my last module. Once a week, I am going to school, and then weekends I'm working. So in August, I think the date was the 21st, if I remember correctly. Normal day, it was a Wednesday, I went to work. I then went to school. Coming back from school, I'm now going to collect my son from my mom's before we go home. On my way to collect my son, some guy just drives into the road. So he was literally parked on the side of the road. Next thing, he's driving into the road. I try to avoid him. He hits me on the left-hand side, and here I am. I smash into another car. So airbags out. For a moment, I couldn't open the door. Someone had opened the door from the outside, but there and then, my car was gone. It was written off. Luckily, I was still on my way to pick up my son, so my son was safe at my mom's place. So again, this is an opportunity for me to think of getting a car. So now this could have been an opportunity for me to shift my efforts on the debt freedom journey and put my efforts into trying to get a car at all costs. So I potentially could have accumulated debt again, and thinking of the fact that there's work, there's school, there's also the weekend job. But because of the debt freedom journey, I didn't feel as much pressure as I did when I initially got the car. It was like, I need to get to work, I need a proper car and all that. There and then I was like, you know what, I am on this debt freedom journey and I just need to relax. Thankfully, my boss offered to take me to school, so I knew every Wednesday my boss would take me to school before he goes he goes home. So he's in the Edenvale area, so at least it was not really on his way, but it wasn't far off. So I had that luck, or might I say, thankfully I had someone who was able to drop me off at school on days that I needed to go to school. But other than that, I took a conscious decision. You know what? Relax. You're on a debt freedom journey. Focus on what needs to be done. Also, with the car, there was an amount that remained after insurance settled. So then I decided that should continue. So continue as it was, where it was coming off, so that it can pay that off. And so that's how that was the plan. I'll just use the taxis to get to work. Getting to school, like I said, at least I have someone who's offering that, so I'll definitely take that up. But unfortunately, that marked the end of my weekend job, because my weekend job needed a car. So that marked the end of that, but I didn't allow that potential to accumulate debt to get to me this time around. So in terms of the cell phone, in terms of the car. So I'd like to encourage all of us on the debt freedom journey, and those who are here just for encouragement. In this debt freedom journey, you will have a potential to keep accumulating debt, and it's up to us, it's up to you to really think about it, and really focus on the debt freedom journey as much as possible at all costs. So if it means, for example, in my situation, if it means you lost the car, and that might cause you to start off another debt of a car, or if at all possible you can use public transport, perhaps it's something you can consider while you're on the debt freedom journey. If it's a cell phone contract, because you'll keep yourself indebted to the cell phone service companies, if at all possible, try and either get a phone that's very cheap for the meantime while you focus on your debt freedom journey. Just try your best not to take up this opportunity to accumulate more debt. It might be an inconvenience for a time. So also, if it comes that you have an important event, for example, if you have a clothing account, sometimes important events come along and you really have nothing to wear. Try not to go and swipe that card. Try and see if there is a possibility to either buy something affordable cash, or see what you can put together in your wardrobe. So don't let those opportunities or potentials to accumulate any further debt come in the way of your debt freedom journey. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was encouraging. Yes, there was a lot of hurdles, and there will continue to be a lot of hurdles in our debt freedom journey. But let's continue to keep at it. Let's keep this debt freedom journey on the straight and narrow. Let's try and keep to it as far as possible, because then that will help us get to a healthy net worth. So I really, really hope this was helpful. I hope it was encouraging to someone. Please, please, please don't forget to subscribe, and to those who are new, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with other people. It might be helpful to someone else. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao for now.